just want to plug this one in. To see what it looks like over here with all these damn things. Half of them don't work. Half of them work on certain devices, but not others. Looks a little crazy in here. Anyway. That's working. This one's working. We should be fine. It's always got to be crazy. Anyhow, let me find it here. Hope everybody's doing okay. It's like a really nice night here today. It's like, I don't know, it's probably like 64 degrees, but it's kind of balmy. It's nice. Anyway. I think it's going to be warm tomorrow and rainy, which I'm okay with. Totally fine with rain. And then I think it gets a little bit colder, and by next weekend we go back up again. The first person here is Anonymous. How does Julian, the Libra, feel about what I told him about me and Jade and Sagittarius? Not great. Feels disappointed. May feel like the connection has weakened, and may kind of feel like he was taken advantage of. I don't know. Something here is not sitting right in this situation with, I think, with everybody involved, to be honest. It looks like a messy situation. Adonis, will I pass tomorrow's exam? Yes, you will. Oh, hello. Sanch for the rest of the day. You've got the world at your feet. You got money coming in, and you could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Not bad at all. Anxiety is moving into the past. You may hear from somebody out of the clear blue sky that you've been hoping to hear from. A Capricorn enters. Ronnie, does my friend Enid trust me? Yes, she does. Yes. Mystical Delilah. How would things go if I reached out to B to reconcile? Not great. I don't know what the situation is, but it looks like with the High Priestess in reverse, you may not be listening to your intuition. Justice is in reverse, so you're not going to see justice in the situation, or you could feel as if you were treated unfairly. There could be another Tower moment on the horizon, and there's not a new beginning coming, and at the end of the day, you may feel like, I don't know, the timing just may not be right around reconciliation. There's another Tower moment coming, which can indicate a couple of things. It could be that you do reconcile, but it just doesn't last long. The relationship goes back to the way that it was, and then you just replay the same situation again. Or the reconciliation doesn't go well. But either way, it doesn't look like it's a positive outlook long term. Tia, is he being genuine? Yes, he is. For the most part, yes. Tiffany, the vibes between me and Jimmy. Pretty good. Pretty good. Like the world is at your feet. Like things could be moving forward. Be prepared for like pleasant energy. It's like calm, tranquil, peaceful, but there's a new venture on the horizon. Yeah, the vibes are pretty good. Love always, KO's intentions. Listen to your intuition. There's a little anxiety around this situation, but their intentions are for communication to pick up. I don't see the two of you seeing each other in the immediate future, but at the very least, communication should pick up. Communication could also strengthen. Georgia, how will am I speaking with an attorney go tomorrow? goes well. Got happiness here. You have happiness that comes out. You're stepping into your ambition. You're prepared for it, and you could be made an offer that would be hard to turn down. Looks good. Looks very good. You got a wish. Tea that love. No longer holding yourself back. You may be making a decision to leave the past in the past and move forward. Love cup is full. Passion is coming in. Next relationship you enter should be well balanced. You'll get out of it what you put into it, but you will have choices. There should be more than one person around you. The world is at your feet. You have a Four of Cups person here. Somebody who you haven't taken notice of yet is looking for a new beginning. Somebody who is in your world that you haven't made the connection. A committed relationship is on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. A Capricorn is here. A Taurus is here. And Aquarius is here. See what happens. Got plenty of options. Shaivish, love. You may be feeling as if you put in a whole lot of hard work and didn't see a payoff, but you got some justice coming to you. If you're not with anyone right now, you can expect a Libra to show up. A new beginning starts. A new venture's on the horizon. Love life changes for the better quickly. Anxiety around love moves into the past. And you also could have an Aquarius round. If you are with someone right now, good karma comes back to your current relationship. A wish comes true. Hang in there. Like, just give it time. Whatever's going on, things are going to be improving. Cami, did LaMarcus and Kanisha have anything going on behind my back? Texting, flirting, or anything sexual? He's denying it. I don't think they did. No, I don't think they did. Cool, Libra. Will AL the Virgo and I be in a relationship this month? I would say sometime this spring. I'm not confident enough that it's going to be this month. And general. Negativity is moving into the past. You could be planning travel. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. If you recently had an argument or disagreement with someone, that should resolve itself and move into the past, and your intuition is heightened, so definitely listen to it. Sagittarius enters. So you got some money headed your way. A little bit of good luck is coming in, and you could make a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that you feel no longer serve you. Fire sign enters that could be of significance around work or business. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And life seems to be moving forward. Pretty good. Little Sag. Weekend love. Be careful that you don't find yourself in a third party situation, because it would lead to heartbreak. But romance is heating up. If you're already with someone, there's not a lot of growth or change around your current relationship over the weekend, but there is romance. If you're not one, there's still romance coming in. It just might not have long-term potential or growth around it. Could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Just make sure that you don't get involved in the third-party situation. The cards are pretty clear about that. Anthony, messages from Cancer. Ready for travel. She's looking forward to traveling. She's stepping into her strength. She's feeling much better these days. She's feeling more confident. She's feeling like her life is moving forward and like the hard work that she's put into work, school, or business is paid off or is paying off. Beautiful one, love. You've got growth, change, and transformation coming in and around your love life. And with the sun, you've got happiness coming out. But you have choices. There's a committed relationship on the horizon should you choose to enter it. You're feeling ambitious. You have an Aquarius around. Romance is heating up. Cause for celebration comes in. Long-term potential around the next relationship that you enter, and it should be something that's well balanced. You get out of it what you put into it. Committed relationship on the horizon and a new venture begins, but the choice is yours as to who you move forward with. Could be an Aries, could be a Capricorn, could be an Aquarius, and possibly a Taurus. Your love life changes for the better quickly. Vicky General for the week. An old wound or a hurt is healing and moving into the past. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Negativity is moving into the past. Could be planning travel and you're listening to your intuition. If you recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it'll resolve itself and move into the past. Could make a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. And you're feeling very ambitious this week and you're able to get a lot done. Speak knowledge. Will the company end the assignment this month as an adjuster? I don't think it's going to be this month that it ends. No, it's not coming up strong enough for me to say yes to this month. I think you still could be there. HK, does Austin want to be exclusive? I don't see him wanting to be exclusive yet. That doesn't mean that it'll never happen. It just doesn't look like he's ready for it at this point. Loso, will name reach out soon and see me. Reach out and see me tonight. I don't believe it's going to happen tonight. HK, when will I see Austin again? Possibly within the next 10 days. Oh, Avery and Dylan. Well, Dylan's on my bed. Avery is in the crib watching Trolls. I don't know if she fell asleep yet. Because she fell asleep and took a nap today. We were out. We weren't home. She fell asleep until like about 5:30, which is late. But she was running around and playing with the other kids, so maybe she'll fall asleep. Anyway, she's watching Trolls, and she's got Minnie Mouse, so she seems kind of content. Shonda, has the Pisces decided to end things between us? No, they haven't made any decisions. They're kind of right now in a place where they don't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing, and they're just kind of stagnant. They're kind of taking it day by day, but not really making a decision about anything. Cool, Libra. Will the divorce finalize on Tuesday or be delayed? Will it finalize on Tuesday? Will it be delayed? I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed. Let's see what happens with that. Maggie, general for the week. An old wound starts to heal and move into the past. You could be spending time with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Old issues, you're getting past them and moving forward this week. Looks like you could be busy around work, school, or business. It looks like growth, change, and transformations coming in and around your life, and life changes for you for the better quickly. This spring, though, I can't swear it's going to happen this week. But disappointments, old wounds, negativity is all moving into the past. Perseverance seems to pay off. You might be planning travel. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. Looks like a pretty good week. Ollie, general. Being guided by the divine makes your life change for the better quickly. When you step into your ambition, you're able to bring in a whole lot of money. I don't know what this is all about, but whatever it is, it's positive. Life comes back into balance, a new journey begins, and you're prepared for it. You could be planning travel. You're not looking backwards, but you're looking forward, and you're moving forward. Negativity moves into the past. Your energy is very positive moving forward. Liz, general for the week. Anxiety moves into the past, and you're feeling like life has come back into balance. Could be starting a new journey. A disappointment is healing and moving into the past, and you may be spending time with Sagittarius. Love cup is full. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. And Aries enters. Feeling like the hard work that you put into work, school, or business, you're being well compensated, well respected, and it's not going unnoticed. A wish comes true. Stevansha. What do I need to know about my love life with the Libra J? All right, I don't know where you guys are right now, but it doesn't look like there's much moving forward. It looks like somebody may be trying to manipulate the situation and make things move forward, but there's not a whole lot of growth, change, or transformation that's happening organically. Somebody is holding themselves back. I'm not convinced that the two of you right now are on the same page with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and so is the Chariot. I don't know where you are in the relationship, but I don't see commitment. I don't see a whole lot of romance here. So you might want to either explore other options or pull your energy back from this person until they start to come forward a little bit more. Once they start to come forward a little bit more, then you can put a little bit more energy in. But it doesn't, right now it's not reading as like a love relationship. So I don't know where you guys are. If you're in a committed relationship right now, it could be that the relationship has kind of hit like a place where things have kind of gotten a little bit boring, and you just may need to spice things up a little bit. If you're not in a committed relationship, I don't think that it's heading in that direction right now. Not right now, anyways. T-Vat, me and DJ. There's growth, change, and transformation coming in and around the situation, and any negativity is moving into the past. Romance could heat up with this person, and there is potential for commitment at some point. This spring. Shaivish, how would things go if I reached out to V? Well, it depends what your intentions are. It's slow and steady wins the race. There's a lot of anxiety around this situation. A disappointment will move into the past, but the timing isn't great. If you have high hopes or high expectations for this situation, I don't think much is coming from it. You could have a pleasant conversation. It may be nice to talk, but I don't know what your intentions are. If this is somebody who you're looking to get back together with, I don't see romance here. I don't see reconnection, and I don't see a commitment. If this is someone who you're just friends with, you could be touching base when you first start talking, but it doesn't look like the relationship is like flourishing and moving forward. if this is just an old friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, it could at least open the door for more to come. But I don't know what your relationship is with this person. So it's hard. It's hard to read cards when you don't know who the people are to one another. Because reading the cards for like mother and son are going to be much different from teacher and student or lovers, you know? So if I don't know what the relationship is, it's hard to tell. But it doesn't look like there's a lot of growth here regardless. Simran, current good and bad characteristics of JM. This person is strong, respectful, adventurous, fun and exciting. They don't stand for a lot of bullshit. They're loving, kind. They could be deceitful. They could be a little bit manipulative. And they could also be a little stubborn. Loesp. Advice about what happened today between me and my boyfriend and his family. He thinks I don't understand, but I do. He's just not really understanding that people care for him. Once again, I don't know what the situation is, but it looks like there's a tower here. Looks like there's a lot of negativity and regret around the situation. But at the end of the day, it does look like things improve with the sun. Things are way the hell out of balance. So I don't know what's going on here. So I don't know if you and the family are trying to bully him into something. But that's what I think it is. I don't think that his family and you are not on the same side. Feel like he's the odd man out. But you can't force somebody to do something that they don't want to do. So he may have felt a little bit bullied or kind of backed into a corner. And he may be resenting that. Makes him feel anxious. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the situation is. So it's hard for me to give advice when I don't know. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to get this person to, I don't know, go into rehab, go on a diet, get a better job? Or are you trying to convince them to go on vacation? You know, like there's a difference. Or are you not trying to convince them of anything? You know, like what are your intentions? Like everybody always asks what the other person's intentions are, but they're not real clear about what their intentions are. So the way that it reads right now, if I'm understanding it correctly, is that you guys want him to do something or take care of something, and he may be feeling bullied or backed into a corner, and he doesn't like that. So that's kind of making matters worse for him at this point. And like I said, you can't force anybody to do anything. You know, caring about somebody, I mean, that does not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say, well, I care about you, so because I care about you, I want you to do this, you have to do it. They have to be the one to make that decision. Unfortunately, sometimes the best thing that you can do is just leave it alone. But I don't know what the situation is, once again. Vicky, 2 questions. Next action from the S towards me. Next actions from the S. This person's trying to manipulate something. This is what Sagittarius, he's trying to manipulate something. I don't trust it. Emperor in reverse, I don't like. They're trying to get something out of you. So there's going to be communication, probably looking for something. I would be careful with that. General between Leo and I for next week. You have a wish around the situation. Communication comes in. No longer feeling burdened. Perseverance pays off and romance heats up. Things look good. Things look good. I would watch out for that Sagittarius because he's looking to get something from you and he could end up derailing this other thing, which is really working well for you. I would be careful with him. I don't like Emperor in reverse. Aditi, how's love for the month of March for me? How is love in the month of March for me? Good. The hard work that you put into the situation, into love, is coming back to you. The world is at your feet. You got a fire sign here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, a new venture on the horizon. You could reconnect with somebody from your past. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be an old flame. It could be anybody that you've known before. A disappointment has moved into the past and your love life is moving forward. You got some good luck coming in and feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You could breathe a sigh of relief. Simran, general for the rest of the week. Cause for celebration comes in around work, school, or business. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're listening to your intuition. An old wound seems to heal and move into the past. If there's like the solution to a problem is in front of you, before the end of the week, you'll figure it out. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It'll serve you well. Jasmine, who is better choice, H or K? K. K. I mean, they're both okay. Like, it's not like either one of them are terrible. But if I had to choose one, I would say K. Liz, love for this week. All right, you've got life is coming back into balance. You'll hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from. A wish comes true. Perseverance pays off and you're prepared for it. Sagittarius comes in and a Capricorn comes in. If you're already with someone, have patience with your current relationship. Things are moving forward, but you may just need to have patience this week. Let me go to this phone here so I don't screw up the whole thing. I think that I am up to Benny M. What's V's feelings towards me? Has a lot of respect for you, thinks that you're very well balanced, thinks that you're smart and intelligent and genuinely a happy person. Mario C, the next 7 days. Disappointment moves into the past. Life seems to move forward. Growth, change, and transformation is coming in and around your life. Love cup is full. Can be spending time with that water sign. Romance may be heating up. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also looks like you have the world at your feet and life is moving forward. Pretty good. Lois, want him to try to get help with his anger. I know that he's struggling a lot with controlling his bipolar. I just wish it wouldn't. I know, like those, shit. Anything like that, you know, the problem with that, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but just what I've seen from people in my life, like, they'll do really well on a medication for a really long time, and then they feel like they feel good, so they don't feel like they need the medication anymore, and they go off of it, and then it's back to square one. It's unfortunate, but you can't do anything about it. Trying to force somebody, like trying to use anger to make somebody go get anger, you know, it just doesn't work. At this point, I think the only thing you can do is really kind of let it go a little bit. Because there's too much resistance. Like, nobody listens to being yelled at or harped on. After a while, they just don't even hear it anymore. So you can't force somebody to get help. They have to want help. Otherwise, they're going to go, but it's not going to do any good because they're not going to be, their heart's not in it. It's, yeah. Yeah. It's scary. It's scary for sure. Yeah, the screaming doesn't help. But it doesn't help with anything. Like yelling at someone or nagging at someone, it just doesn't, you know, like if you nag at someone, like it's not going to make them do anything faster. Eventually, they're just going to learn how to block you out. not you, but anybody, you know, it's like, when are you going to paint the garage? When are you going to do this? When are you going to, when are we going to spend more time together? When are you going to make more money? When are you going to take me nice places? Like, eventually they don't even hear it. Like, it just doesn't work. And then she's screaming at him to go get help for anger. So how is this working? It just doesn't work. He's got to want to get help. When he's ready to get help and he wants to get help, he'll get into the right treatment program and the anger will go away because they'll get him balanced. Like, they'll get him on something if he needs it, or they'll give him therapy, whatever it is that they do. I know there's all kinds of things that they can do these days, but you have to be a willing participant. A friend of mine, her father he was an alcoholic for years, and he got into AA. We were in high school when he went into the treatment program, and when he went through the program, he was very successful at it. Like, he was one of those people that didn't have to go through it twice. You know, most people don't get sober the first time. He did, and he went very high with the program, and he used to mentor other people. And where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, you can't force people. Like, they have to hit rock bottom. So what happened to him in his case was that his wife said, I've had enough of this, so I'm ready to leave. And if you're not going to do anything about it, that's fine. I'm going. That's it. And that was enough for him to get the help that he needed. But there was no screaming. There was no yelling. It was like, this is where we're at. So you can continue your behavior. I'm going elsewhere. Or you can go get treatment. And he did. And when he got in, he really wanted to stick to the program because he didn't want to go back to that life. You know, like, sometimes you get away from something for a little while and you realize that wasn't really making you happy. But you have to figure it out for yourself. You just can't be beaten into it by somebody else who thinks that they know better. Anyways, hopefully he gets into a program of some type. Mario, Pisces thoughts after I offered for her to move in. She's thinking about it because she's the hermit here. So she's isolating, thinking about it, turning in, trying to figure out what it is that she needs. The idea kind of makes her a little anxious. Like, she's not ready for that kind of a level of commitment. But she's mulling it over. She's kind of going back and forth with what she wants and whether or not she wants to do it. She's thinking about it. Let's see what happens. She may go back and forth. Like, she may be like, yeah, I'm going to move in, and then decide that she's not going to, and then she may decide to. Well, she could drive you a little nuts with that. You know, they said that my grandmother was bipolar, but, I mean, I'm no doctor. But now, like, the way that I think of it now from her behavior, although she did have some episodes, I never spoke to my mother about this because my mother had died before I even found out. I mean, I knew my grandmother had issues, and I know that she was, when I was 8, she was in the hospital, and I wasn't allowed to visit her, and it was my birthday, and I knew that she would never miss my birthday, so I knew there was something wrong, but they weren't really honest with me about what was going on. My dad told me, like, in recent years that my grandmothers, they both worked for the government. One worked in the tax department and the other one worked for the legislature. And the tax department one was the one that had the issues. And the buildings were across the street from one another. So one day, my dad's mother caught my mother's mother dressed crazy. Like, my father said, I don't know who this is. I could Google it, but that she was dressed like Baby Jane. And she had, like, fishnets on, and she had, like, crazy makeup on. I mean, she was always made up, but this was, like, crazy. And she was kind of, like, yelling at people, but not like, I don't know, maybe that is, like, explosive anger. But I never saw her get, like, explosive anger. But there may be a reason why. The way that, I mean, I guess she could have been a narcissist too. I felt like she was a narcissist that didn't know she was a narcissist. She knew how to manipulate and get what she wanted out of us, but I don't think that she realized that's what she was doing. Anyway, so she had this like psychotic break or whatever in the middle of the afternoon, and my grandmother called my father, and they went and they got my grandmother. That's when they took her to the hospital. But my dad said that back then, he said that they did shock treatment on her. And that could be why. Like, my grandmother never showed any emotion. Like, she had emotion for, like, material things. But, like, when my mother, who was her daughter, was dying, like, you didn't see a lot of emotion from her. You didn't see any emotion from her. Like, when my grandfather died, her husband, I was like, it was inconsolable. I couldn't stop crying. And when I got to the door, she says to me, "Oh, you look nice." Like, "Yeah, I look nice? I look, that's what you say to me? My grandfather just died. I haven't stopped crying in 2 days, and you tell me I look fucking nice?" I almost ripped her head off. My boyfriend, Tom, he really had to control me back then, because there were a number of incidences that I almost took people out at that funeral. Anyway, yeah, she just had no, like, after my grandfather died, she said things like, "Well, you know, he used to do everything for me. Like, he would take out the garbage." Like, that's what you say? Your husband of 50 years just died, and you're worried about who's going to take out the garbage? But anyway, let me continue. But my dad also did say that they prescribed her medication, and she would feel good for a while. She would stop taking it. But I don't know. He said that she was emotionless from the shock treatment, which is what they did back then. But that's what he said. I don't know. I don't know how much he actually really knows. Although he'll get mad at me if I said that on here. Because I guess he was there. I wasn't. I was very little, or maybe I wasn't even born yet. Elizabeth, what is the Aquarius's next step? Communication comes in. He's going to want to see you. You got to wish around the situation. Things are moving forward, and the hard work that you've put into this situation will pay off. Cause for celebration comes in. I don't see commitment just yet, but you should be spending time together, and there should be a lot of communication happening. You should hear from him soon. You should see him soon, too. In general. Got a new journey on the horizon. You've got anxiety is moving into the past. You're not looking backwards. You're persevering. Romance is heating up. You've got money coming in. The hard work that you put in around your work, school, or business will be paying off. You're feeling ambitious. Could be moving homes, changing homes, or upgrading your home. You're being guided by the divine, and you're making choices that are pushing your life forward. Looks like spring is going to be a good season for you. Simran, what does Scorpio currently think and feel about me? They think that you're smart and intelligent and strong. They think you're intuitive, hardworking, intelligent, and loyal. Simran, what does JM currently think and feel about me? They think you're successful, well-balanced, kind-hearted, sincere, genuinely a happy person, creative, and unique. Otherwise, his family is very loud and will scream and argue with him, making it more mad. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's not easy. The yelling and screaming doesn't help. You can appreciate their frustration, you know? I get it. Simran General for tomorrow. Pretty good. Slow and steady wins the race, but you're feeling ambitious. You may be able to accomplish a lot. Could feel like you made it to the top of the mountain. You could breathe a sigh of relief come the end of the day. Towards the end of the day, you could feel like taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And you may feel like some good karma is headed your way. Stepping into your strength and your perseverance seems to help you get a lot done. But slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush anything. It's like a pretty good day. Tanya, how are things looking for me for the next few days? Pretty good. Cause for celebration comes in. You could make a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. Water sign enters, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Romance could heat up. Not looking backwards, you're moving forward. You may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Got some good karma headed your way. And you have an earth sign around, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You may have some nice choices too, and you may have time for some self-care. Shirley, I'm an Aries. What are my ex-Capricorn's feelings for me? They think that you're smart and intelligent, grounded, stable, kind-hearted, unique, loyal, strong, confident, and independent. Oh, he's got a problem with his sugar, too. That can fuck you up, too. One of my friends, her mom was diabetic, and she said that her mom was the nicest person that you could ever meet. But if her sugar went off, and the woman never drank. She never, ever drank. If her sugar went off, she kind of acted like she was drunk, and she would act totally out of character. She would get like nasty. She would be hard to deal with, and she was not really like that. So the sugar thing can fuck you up too. So, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, obviously the doctors know that, but he's got like, it's like for him, if they just find the right, formula, it could correct the problem. But they haven't figured the right formula yet. I think they will though. Mario, is the Pisces going to pull back after I brought up our past relationship at dinner? She pulls back a little, yes. I offered her to quit her job, and she asked, what is the catch? Why? Well, because here's the thing. Her job is her independence. If she gives up her job and she's relying on you, then she's relying on you for everything. And that she gives up her independence. So there is a catch, because you would be controlling her. And that's why she's skeptical of it. Like, I would never give up working. Ever. I just wouldn't. So don't ask me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, even if I had a job that I hated, I haven't been unemployed since I'm 15 years old, because I don't want to have to ask anybody for anything or rely on anybody for anything. If they give it to me, offer it to me, help me with something, great. But I don't want to be, that's a scary place for anyone to be when somebody else is controlling their money. And you may think, and it is a nice thing, right? Like, it's nice if you tell someone, oh, you don't have to work, I'll just take care of everything. But along with that, you're giving up your freedom. Like, in this day and age, they always say everybody should have their own bank account, regardless of whether or not you're married. Just because. So that's why she said that. Because she feels like, even if she hates her job, that's her independence. And as much as I hated working 2 jobs and crazy my entire life, I would rather do that than my other alternative would have been to live with my grandmother. And I just explained to you what my grandmother was like. So you can understand that there's a trade-off for everything. And that, like, nothing is free. Everything always comes with a price. And is that price too high for you? So that's why she's feeling like that. And it also can throw the relationship out of balance, because if you know, like, money is a huge issue, not because we can't earn it, we can't manifest it, or we can't make it, but people have different values when it comes to money, and people have different values as to what's important. Like, I have two friends, right? One friend wants all the bells and whistles on his car, and he, you know, thinks that it's cool, he's got this gadget, that gadget, and the next thing. The other friend is like, I just want a car that's going to take me from point A to point B. So these two people don't have the same value. So if you were to say to the guy with the bells and whistles, well, I'm going to take care of you, right? You don't have to go to work, but here, you could have this car. But I'm not getting you the car with the bells and the whistles, because that's ridiculous. You can drive this car with the roll-up windows. And you know what I mean? So it's like, there's always going to be a trade-off. So that's why she's questioning it. Like, what am I going to have to give up? And how's that going to be long-term for me? I don't know. I don't think, even if she did quit her job, I don't think that that would be beneficial to the relationship. Not in the long term. TD, general for this week ahead. General for the week ahead looks pretty good. You're feeling financially stable. You may be putting money aside for something, stepping into your own strength and your own self-confidence. Negativity has moved into the past. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. Cause for celebration comes in. You have an Aries and a Sagittarius around you. And you're headed towards the 10 Cups being full this week. Looks pretty good. Liz, will there be communication from C this week? I'm not convinced that there's going to be communication. It looks like this week things are kind of slow and stagnant. Avantika, what will be the feelings of Ishwani for me when we meet face to face? Any insight when we're going to meet? I don't see meeting on the horizon. It looks like it's slow, it's and stagnant here, so I don't see you guys meeting on the horizon. But when you do finally meet, it looks like it goes well. The relationship can strengthen. I think that he's going to think that you're smart and intelligent, kind-hearted, sincere, attractive, stable, reliable, and independent. But I don't see it happening in the near future, like not immediately. I guess it could take time. I'm going to say it's probably not going to happen this month. Woo. How does M feel about us not being together? Not good. Not good. Feels kind of heartbroken, feels argumentative, unsuccessful. A little bit like either disrespected or out of balance. Feels like he's got no choice. He's bummed. He's bummed. Not loving it. Liz. Will I see tea on Wednesday? I'm not convinced at this point. I'm only getting a 33% chance. Yes, that's kind of low. Simran, love when and how will they be like? Could be sometime this summer. Looks like somebody who's grounded and stable. Looks like somebody who is kind-hearted, sincere, hardworking, goal-orientated, adventurous, fun, and exciting. And probably sometime this summer. And it could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Oh, Mary, I don't think you did anything wrong. I mean, I think that that's nice. And I think that most people initially feel like, well, it would be nice if I didn't have to work, right? Because that seems like, well, I don't have to set an alarm clock and I don't have to, I don't have to work, get dressed and I don't have to wear, pantyhose or whatever the dress code is. So I don't think that you did anything wrong. And I think that everybody, it's like that's something like I worked with this woman who used to always say all the time, I wish I was rich instead of beautiful. She used to say that all the time. Every time, like every morning when she came in, she would say that, and we would laugh. And she used to also say, I wish I would have married for money instead of love. Anyway, so it's tempting, right? The thing is that when you get further into it, there becomes a resentment at some point because you're responsible for all of her crap. So what happens if she spends all day sitting around watching TV and ordering things off of QVC and Amazon, and she's blowing all your money on garbage, and then, at some point you'd be like, hey, wait a minute. So everything's got like a trade-off, and you can't say to somebody, I mean, you could say to somebody, oh, I don't want you ordering things from Amazon and QVC, but then she's going to say, well, why not? It's my money too, right? So it just winds up causing more arguments than it solves. But I think that I understand where you're coming from. Exactly. I know way too many women that I knew through yoga that were not happy, but they had financially stable lives. And I think that my one friend used to say, she used to say to her, she felt like it was prostitution. But like not having to work, being able to do whatever you wanted all day. Like imagine being married to somebody who had so much money that it didn't matter. You could go to yoga all day. You can go to the gym all day. You could go shopping all day. You could spend as much money as you wanted because it was never going to run out. But having to be with someone that you really just don't want to be with, but then you don't want to give up that lifestyle. That's the hard part because it's like then they get to a point where they're like, well, I don't want to stop living the way I'm living. So I'm just going to shut my mouth and go along with it because I like to go away 5 times a year. I like to have a boat. I like to have nice cars. I can't imagine doing that, but I've also never been in that situation. I never had that opportunity. Everybody that I was ever with is always broke. I shouldn't say that. Everyone that I've ever been with, they're always very hard workers. Although Tom was questionable. But he was young. We were only 20 when we were together. Moonly, is my next love partner someone new or someone from the past? Someone new, and it could be a Sagittarius. Elizabeth, do you see me getting the house soon? You could probably have that happen sometime this spring. Elizabeth, do you see me and the Aquarius working together in a relationship? I mean, it looks good. It looks like it's romantic. It looks like communication is good. It looks like it's a kind, caring, sincere relationship. It looks like it's well balanced. It looks like a good relationship. There's nothing here that's showing me. The only thing that could be an issue, possibly, would be you guys may worry about money, or you could be concerned about money. But otherwise, there's happiness, there's a new beginning, there's forward movement, there's listening to your intuition, negativity's moved into the past, there's mutual respect. Other than that, and you know what? Money's money. You know, everyone's got that. But it looks like a good relationship. Aw, Anthony. Love you. Good. We like having you here. Oriella, is Haley a good option to babysit Ethan on Saturday? Yes. I know it's, you know, I feel like I was a kid. I was like 12 and I used to babysit my 3 cousins. And now I'm like, I have one lady that babysits for me, Gloria. She's great. But otherwise, everyone else, I'm like, I don't know if I want to leave my kid with that person. Meanwhile, I was 12. I was taking care of 3 kids. I was older. I was 16. My friend Laura used to babysit for my cousin, and my aunt used to leave the car with the baby seat in it so that she could take all 3 kids to come pick me up at work. And we were really crazy back then. 2 16-year-olds driving around 3 kids in a station wagon. I would never let my kids get in a car with a 17-year-old, 16-year-old. Never. Reham. Will I move into a new home? You are moving into a new home. Yes, you will be moving into a new home. I know, rich people problems. I know. I used to jog past these houses and I was like, what do you think these people do for a living? I'm just curious. Like, the houses look like colleges. I used to go jogging around, like, Franklin Lakes, New Jersey area. I'm like, what the fuck do you think these people do for a living? Like, the house looks like a library. Woo. Why is N in a relationship with J? Oh, not thrilled. This relationship is not going places. Okay, so they may have, I don't know who started or who initiated this relationship, but initially it could have been based on fun, excitement, and attraction. However, there is a third party that's around this situation. There's heartbreak coming around this situation. There is control and manipulation around this situation. I don't like Emperor in reverse. Death is in reverse. I mean, the relationship itself is not good. This may be something that could become between these two people somewhat of like an ego power struggle kind of thing. It may have started off fun and exciting, but it's not going to end well. A beautiful one, finances. Not bad. You have a new beginning on the horizon. You're feeling ambitious. You're no longer holding yourself back. Negativity moves into the past. Things change for the better quickly. You could be starting a new business or side hustle that brings in extra cash. It looks like moving forward towards greener pastures. You have money coming in, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You could breathe a sigh of relief. It could be through a side business or a side hustle. But it looks like you're doing all right. Anthony, I don't want to be like that, but there's a joke in my region. Crying on a BMW is much better than crying on a bicycle. I understand that. I get it. Like, my first teacher training, they wanted us to do a juice fast for 3 days, which was really stupid because juice fast for 3 days when you're taking 3 hot yoga classes a day and you're working from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like, you really should eat something, but whatever. So most of us, like, I didn't have a juicer. I had to go out and get one. I wound up getting like the Jack LaLanne one, which was like $99. But this one woman, she had a BMW. She opens up the back of her BMW, and she had gone to Williams-Sonoma, and she had like 5 or 6 different juicers because she wanted them to tell her which one was the best, and she would return the other ones. And I was thinking, like, I'm a step away from hitting my orange with a hammer and licking the juice off the table. And this one just bought all these juicers. Like, but you know what? Whatever the situation was, I think she was also very successful herself in her career before she got married and had kids, or before she had kids. So, look, they worked for it. They earned it. God bless them. But it was funny. Like, me and the girl that I was friends with, we were like, really? And what a mess. And then you didn't have a lot of time to prepare all this shit. So my house was like, you know, like, you use the juicer and like sometimes it shoots everywhere. And I had like carrot pieces on the ceiling and no time to clean it. It was just, anyway. Cami, what's my child's father's true intentions towards me? Have we outgrown each other? You may have. You may have. You guys may be coming to a crossroads because there's negativity around the situation, and the Tower is in reverse, which can be that there's a Tower moment that's looming, or a Tower moment that has moved into the past, but I think it could be coming because got some sharp energy around the situation. And it's not that he doesn't care about you. He does very much. He cares about the relationship. However, it doesn't look like there's a lot of growth here, and it looks like if you don't grow together, you grow apart. And that's where it looks like what's happening. It looks like the connection is kind of weak. You'll come to a crossroads where you'll have to make a decision, but right now you guys may just be indecisive. So I would take it day by day, and if you want to work on the relationship, I would talk to him about it and tell him exactly how you feel and tell him that you want to work on things. And if you guys put in some effort, you could save this relationship. I'm just not convinced. You're going to come to a crossroads, so it's going to be your decision. But you could come to a point where you're like, I'm tired of working on this relationship. It's too much effort. Or it's just not there anymore. And then that's going to be a different point. But I don't think you guys are there just yet. I think there's more to come. Oriella, will Ethan like Haley, the babysitter? He's picky. Yes. Yes. I think he will like her. Adrienne, arrest in March. Negativity moves into the past. You've got a Virgo coming in. You're being guided by the divine with the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan makes you feel relief. Feeling like life is starting to get unstuck. Feeling a little bit more financially stable. You could be starting a new job, like side job, side hustle, side business, whatever it is. It could be successful and it could bring in some money. Feeling as if somebody's going to make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and you could even be planning travel. It's like a good month. Whoa, how does Jay feel about me coming by the houses? I've got a little bit of mixed feelings. So depending on the day or whatever is going on in their head, they may sometimes feel like it's a good idea. Things change for the better quickly. Sometimes they feel like it's negative. Sometimes they feel like it's a wish come true. Sometimes they feel stuck. Sometimes they feel very isolated. They have a lot of mixed emotions about it. I don't know what the what's going on with this person. I don't know what your relationship is to Jay, but they may kind of flounder back and forth with how they feel about it. Ooh, how does N feel about NW not coming next weekend? A little bit burdened, a little bit hurt, and a little bit like a disaster. I don't know what the situation is. A little anxiety. I don't think they're happy that this person isn't coming. Anthony, I forgot the YouTube name, but there's a guy who is both knocking the rich door and one with the good cars on the street and asking people what they're doing for a living. And she was, oh, you know, there is this, it's called the Soft White Underbelly, I think is the name of the channel. And this guy interviews all kinds of people. And he interviewed this one woman, I think her name was Frenchie, and she was, I think she was a prostitute or a high-priced call girl, whatever the situation was. When you talk to these people and you hear their point of view, you know, it's like it's so easy to judge someone and be like, well, what the fuck, or what kind of crap is this, or, you know, that's disgusting. But when you like talk to them and you hear their story and you hear where they're coming from, like, it's just you see them in a totally different light. And what she was saying, she also was very sweet, but she was saying that one thing that stuck out to me, which I think made a lot of sense for people who are in relationships where they're the other woman or they're the side chick, which always gets a bad rap or that kind of bullshit. But what I got from that woman, what she said, which made a lot of sense, was these men come and they pay me to spend time with me so they can just enjoy me. There is no relationship where there's no bills, there's no pick up the kids, there's no did you do the laundry, there's none of that. They just come to me to enjoy me. And it's about enjoying the moment. And I understood where she was coming from, and I understood I understood the service she was providing for these men that had nothing to do with the sex she was having with them, if that makes sense. So it's interesting if you get a chance to look at that channel. A lot of people like that have been through horrible upbringings and what's become of them, or some people that have had just horrible things that have happened to them. And just to hear their story and to listen to them, you know, just to be heard, to be able to tell your story and to be able to be heard, I think that that's really therapeutic and helps people. Anyhow. Adriana, how does C feel about me? Thinks that you are successful, kind-hearted, perseverant, unique, grounded and stable, a loyal friend, somebody who is confident, strong, compassionate, sincere, reliable, fun and exciting. We have a check reading for the week. Looks like a nice week. Looks like life changes for you for the better quickly. You're feeling financially stable. You've got some nice money coming in. You could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Perseverance seems to pay off. Feeling better compensated and better respected around work, school, or business. Romance could heat up this week. And you may even reconnect with somebody from your past. Whoa, what are ends, current feelings for me? Two of Cups. So there is love here. This person cares for you very much. There's success or they may feel like you're very successful. You're perseverant, kind-hearted, ambitious, attractive, unique, creative, adventurous, compassionate, sincere, fun-loving, and kind-hearted. Andrea, if the Taurus asked me out, how will it go? Making it to the top of the mountain, you feel like you can breathe a sigh of relief. Here's the Taurus. It goes well. It goes well. Things change for the better quickly. You should have a great time. Come on, general reading for this week. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something. Feeling successful. Listening to your intuition. Sagittarius and a Pisces enter. Feeling ambitious. You might be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Feeling better compensated and better respected around work, school, or business. It also looks like cause for celebration comes in and life seems to move forward. Alex Rock, love with the Gemini this week. Things look a little slow and stagnant. I don't know where you are in the relationship, but it could be a little out of balance this week with Six of Pentacles in reverse. If you're already in an established relationship, then it just may be that it's just, schedules aren't coinciding and there's not all that much happening. If you're not in a committed relationship, I don't see things moving forward this week. Kind of slow and steady wins the race, but there is communication coming in. Adriana, I thought C is angry with me, so negative feelings towards me. I don't think that they're angry with you. They could have a little bit of sharp energy around you, but they're not seeing anything negative about you right now. I mean, you could be mad at somebody, and it doesn't really change the way you feel about them, unless they've done something crazy. But you could be mad at somebody and still think that they're a good person and have all these great qualities. I don't really think that they're that mad anymore. It's like they're like mildly mad. Georgia, journal for the next several days. Pretty good. Being guided by the divine. Life is moving forward. You could hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from. Maybe planning travel. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Success comes in. Feeling like you're seeing good karma or good justice come to your life. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain where you can breathe a sigh of relief. Might be feeling undecided about something. Don't make any decisions until you're ready. Could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and you're no longer holding yourself back. Empress, animals, intentions, and next moves towards me. Communication comes in, and you may spend time together or you may see each other on the horizon. Things can move forward pretty quickly. I'm going to say between now and, say, the end of March. Adriana, for this week. Something happens this week that makes you happy. You may be picking up a new hobby of some type. Could be some kind of creative project or creative outlet. No longer feeling stressed or burdened. You could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You may be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It also looks like you have the world at your feet. You're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Feeling a little bit more financially stable. Overall feel this week is pretty much like you're not holding yourself back. Things are moving forward. Pallavi, general message. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It'll serve you well. Life comes back into balance. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business will pay off. It doesn't go unnoticed. A wish comes true. No longer holding yourself back. Life seems to move forward pretty quickly as Sagittarius enters. With the Magician, you've got the ability to manifest new opportunities. Cinnamon. Oh, shit, it disappeared. Something about Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday? All right, let's see what's happening for Monday and Tuesday for Cinnamon. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It'll serve you well. You could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You've got happiness that comes out over your life. Something makes you happy. The world is at your feet. You could hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from, or you could get news you've been waiting on. It looks like you might be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you're feeling a little bit more financially stable. Adriana, love. Things change for the better for you quickly. You've got a soulmate connection coming in and romance is heating up. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a brand new earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but it's slow and steady wins the race. You've got divine guidance guiding you, and you've got the Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility coming in. And with the Magician, you've got the ability to manifest new opportunities around love. Moving forward, not backwards. KM, the energy around the trip with CNI this coming week. Energy is good. Happiness and good karma. Really good. Good for you. Enjoy. Mihak, general for the next 3 months. Life seems to move forward pretty quickly. You're going to bat your eyelashes, like bat your eyes, and then all of a sudden 3 months is gone. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan makes you feel relief. You may be planning travel to water, by water, or around water. The hard work that you put into something, work, school, or business, comes back to you. Travel comes in. The world is at your feet. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Take time for rest, relaxation, self-care when you can. It should be a busy couple of weeks. A couple of months. It looks like lay down the law, set up boundaries if you need to, and your perseverance pays off. Ruchi, love. Hey, if you're not with anyone right now, you have a new beginning on the horizon. Your love life changes for the better quickly. Earth sign, water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer comes in, but you also have a Taurus. You could have long-term potential around your next relationship. Negativity moves into the past. Being guided by the divine, and with growth, change, and transformation, your love life moves forward probably sometime before the summer starts. Amazing me. Am I going to be traveling with the person that I'm thinking of? I don't know who it is that you're thinking of, but I don't see travel coming in right now. Woo. Will N try to get back in a relationship with me? Yes, at some point they will. Better believe it. At some point they're going to try to come back. You'll probably come to a crossroads with them, though, where you'll have to make a decision whether or not you want to move forward with your life or move back. The decision is yours. I'm not 100% convinced that at the time they show up, you're going to want to get back with them. But let's see what happens. Netta, what does Belinda think of me? Thinks that you're genuinely a happy person. Thinks that your life is moving forward. Thinks that you're quite ambitious, smart, and intelligent. May feel like you're spiritually connected, or that you have something around you that's kind of mysterious or mystical. Thinks that you're a kind, caring, loyal person. Via S, General. Life changes for the better for you. Quickly lay down the law, set up boundaries. A Libra enters, a Pisces enters, and so does a Sagittarius. Feeling successful around work, school, or business. Could be feeling undecided about something or someone. Don't make any decisions until you're ready. The world is at your feet, and you could be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Oh, now this one looks like it might be all right. I think it's okay. Okay, so this was for Renu. Love. You may be walking away from something or someone that you feel is stuck and stagnant and not going anywhere. You're not looking back on the past fondly. Your love life is moving forward. You have long-term potential that comes in with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Listen to your intuition. Haitian, anything serious coming up for me in love? Yes, you got a new journey on the horizon. Could be with a Libra, or you may feel like you got good karma coming back to your love life, because I don't know where you are right now. Somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. A soulmate connection moves forward if you're already in the relationship. If you're not in the relationship, a soulmate connection with an air sign comes in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Negativity moves into the past. So does old wounds and old hurts. A new journey begins and your love life moves forward. It looks good. You're listening to your intuition and things are moving forward probably sometime before the end of the summer. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in around a new journey with love. Looks nice. RR, general about me and D's connection. You might feel like there's deceit around it with the devil. Something could be interfering. The devil could either be deceit, or it could be a substance abuse or an earthly pleasure that's interfering with the relationship. It could feel as if you have a long road ahead of you and there's a little bit of negativity around the situation. I don't think that the two of you see eye to eye, and I think that even though there's a new beginning here, there's not a whole lot of growth, change, and transformation. And you may wind up feeling disappointed because you guys just don't agree, or you just don't see eye to eye, or you want different things, or you live differently. There's a difference between the two of you, the way that you see things, and it's very hard for you two to see things the same, agree on something, and stick to it. I don't know where you guys are right now, but it looks like it's starting to become like a cycle. RR, D and I plan to date the end of March. How will it go? Like, the end of March is a long time from now. I don't know why you guys aren't going to see each other before then, but it looks like there's a lot of time between now and the end of March. I'm not convinced that this is good. Like, it's like there's anxiety around the situation. The Fool is in reverse. The feeling that I get from the situation is like why are you not going to see each other before the end of March? Like that's a long time to wait for just a date. You know, it's not like we're planning a trip at the end of March. So it's like this situation doesn't really seem to be getting off the ground and moving forward. It seems like there's either always something planned or there's an argument or it's become like a cycle, but I'm not convinced that if there's not something that happens before the end of March, I'm not so sure that's going to happen at the end of March. Nine of Cups is in reverse. And the moon is in reverse, which can indicate that a secret gets revealed before then. I mean, the end of March, we're only at the 6th now. I mean, that's a good couple of weeks away. Let's see how it goes. It's like the relationship's not getting off the ground. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to like plan to start a relationship, but it's just not happening. We're never getting there. Something is always getting in the way of it. So let's see what happens with it. High vibe 48, high vibe 44, 444 for the next 48 hours. Okay, it looks like you've got a wish that comes true. It looks like you have a water sign that comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You're listening to your intuition, which is heightened. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. Negativity moves into the past, and you may have some choices. Being guided by the divine, an old wound starts to heal, and a Sagittarius enters. It's kind of a lot. Let's see what happens. It may not all happen in the next 48 hours. It may maybe take all week. Divine Cancer, if possible, can I have a message from the Libra S? This person may be kind of shut down and isolated right now. They're kind of keeping to themselves, taking care of what they need to take care of. They're feeling like their life is coming back into balance, and they may be feeling very successful around work, school, or business. But they're not really saying much with the Hermit. They're kind of like shut down a little bit. Not really for a bad reason. Hermit, when Hermit is upright, it's like, I'm turning in, I'm taking time to figure out what it is that I need. And I'm not really focused on other people, which is fine. But when it's in reverse, it's not usually so good. Anonymous, what does my person think about us? May think that it's well balanced, that you're genuinely happy. I may think that it's mutual. Everything is mutual. I don't know what your relationship is, but it looks like there's happiness around it. Or this person thinks that it's pleasant. Jay, no. Kay has been acting a little different lately. Are they interested? think they are. Yeah, I think they are. Loving Laura, General. Got a new journey on the horizon that brings in a lot of happiness. You may be feeling better compensated and better respected around work, school, or business. Cause for celebration comes in around that. Negativity moves into the past. Looks like you got some money coming in. Got a new beginning on the horizon. Looks pretty good. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may even be planning travel. Looks pretty good. Whoa. Did I see a spirit on the highway, or was I just tired? Okay, was it a spirit? I'm not convinced it was a spirit. Now, will anything happen between me and the new guy from Instagram, Manav, and I, communication-wise? Communication could come in, yes. Evie, how will my call with Michael go tomorrow? It should go well. There's success that comes in. When you listen to your intuition, success comes in and anxiety eases. And Nukriti, when will I meet our next? Could be sometime within the next like four or 5 weeks, or within the next 4 or 5 weeks. Lena, next 48 hours. Life starts to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Things could start to move forward pretty quickly. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Your intuition is heightened and you're listening to it. An old wound starts to heal and move into the past. Adriana, about tomorrow's interview. Looks good. Things change for you for the better quickly. You've got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. No longer feeling stressed out or burdened. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You could breathe a sigh of relief. Harsha. Love reading for the upcoming few days. It looks like you have some good luck coming in. You've got the love cup is full. Lay down the law, set up boundaries if you need to. An old wound starts to heal and move into the past, and Aquarius enters. A wish could be coming true over the next few days. You may be starting a new venture, and your life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Who here haven't I answered for yet? Divine Goddess, general for the upcoming week. It looks like anxiety moves into the past. Life seems to move forward. Could be focused on a side business, a side hustle, or a side project that brings in extra money. Listen to your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, don't move forward with it. Being guided by the divine brings balance back to your life, and you could be spending time with a Taurus. Adriana, love reading. Got a committed relationship right here coming in. Somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Could be with a Leo. Could also be with an Aries. You've got the Magician, the ability to manifest it. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. I think it's new energy that's coming in. Disappointments move into the past and life moves forward. Love Tulip, read for Kay and me, please. Give a wish around the situation and success could come in. I don't know what your relationship is like now, but it looks like communication picks up. You could be spending time with one another, and you may feel like things are, I don't think things are moving forward for the two of you quickly, but things are moving forward. They may be moving forward, slow and steady wins the race, but they're moving forward. Communication's picking up, and you should be spending time together in the near future. Aldana, can I have a general? Cause for celebration comes in. You're no longer holding yourself back, laying down the law, setting up boundaries. Life is moving forward, and a whole lot of happiness is coming in. Sagittarius enters, an air sign enters, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from, or you get news you've been waiting on. Growth, change, and transformations coming in and around your life. A water sign enters. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back to you. Love Tulip, how is Art feeling about me? He's been all over me. He's hoping that things change for the better between the two of you, although he's a little undecided about whether or not he thinks that that's for the better or not. He's not 100% sure, but he kind of wants things to move forward. He thinks that you're kind, caring, sincere, creative, unique, compassionate, and hardworking. Yeah, I think he's trying to see if you guys can rekindle something, but he doesn't know if that's for the greater good for both of you. But he's kind of going back and forth with whether or not maybe we should try it again. Maybe she'll give me another chance. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that situation is moving forward. But let's see. We could see what happens. Sarah, Esther's feelings and intentions towards me. His intentions are for things to move forward. Is hoping that things change for the better quickly. He's got a wish around the situation. Thinks that you're smart, intelligent, kind-hearted, and sincere, and at the very least, communication should be picking up. He's not holding himself back. The energy around the situation is loving, kind, caring, and sincere. So let's give him a chance. Let's see what happens. Oh, and love Tulip. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Gerard, love reading between me and my love interest, Anne, for the rest of 2022. Things do move forward, but I don't see a commitment here. I don't see a commitment, and I don't see a whole lot of romance, but you could be spending time together. Communication could be coming in. You may be satisfied with that. There's happiness that comes in around the situation, but it doesn't look like a committed romantic relationship. Christine, is Mary Lisa considering me to work for her soon? Yes, she is. Yes, yes, yes. Doll, when will I meet my divine counterpart? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really believe in that kind of stuff. And I would never say that you're going to meet somebody next Tuesday and you're going to be with them until the day you die. I just don't believe in that. And I think it sets people up to be greatly disappointed and stay in toxic situations for a very long time. If you want to ask a different question, you can. T. Dominic, I broke off all communication with the Taurus. Was that right? I'm having regrets. Don't have regrets. I think you made the right choice. So I don't know what the whole situation is. I don't remember. But if you come to a point with someone where you're thinking, maybe I should cut off all communication, or maybe I should leave this in the past, and there's got to be an issue there to begin with, to to bring you to that point. Like, nobody is in a wonderful relationship and says, maybe I should leave this in the past. Fuck it, let me see if I could, go find someone to mistreat me. So there's a reason why you were feeling that way. Either you weren't getting enough out of the situation, or it wasn't going anywhere. If something isn't going anywhere, like I'll say to people, all right, give it 6 months. Give it 6 months, give it a year. But if you're 3 years into a situation and nothing has moved forward, chances are nothing is moving forward. Now, it's not to say, look, it's happened to me before, where I was with somebody and then years later they came back and rekindled things and were successful. It's happened to me. So I'm not saying that that can't happen, but if you're in the situation and it's not changing, you have to get out of it in order for things to change. It's like Einstein says, the insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So if communicating wasn't getting you anywhere, well, try not communicating. If putting all your energy, like somebody, they say nice guys finish last. So if you're like buying nice gifts and spending a lot of time and fawning over this person and it's not getting you anywhere, then you got to try something different. Like a nicer gift, a more expensive gift is not going to make them love you anymore. They're just going to, oh, thank you. And then they're going to treat you like shit anyway. So if you got to a point where you're like, well, maybe it's time that we don't talk anymore, that's right. You're having regrets because they call it limerence. The idea, the fascination, the desire for this person, like you don't have that, right? So like any of these relationships that are not like fully functioning really well, there is an excitement in getting the text message. There is like excitement in hoping that things are going to change, talking about it, going over the situation, friends that may be encouraging the situation, all that kind of stuff kind of gives us hope and it feels good. Oh, you think that, he's going to call, or you think he likes me, or you think all of that feels really good. But if reality isn't showing that to you and it's just like kind of like a fantasy that was never really getting anywhere, you made the right decision. Don't doubt it. It's just you're lacking the, it's like detoxing from sugar. It's going to take 28 days. It's going to take 35 days. And then when you get past it, you're going to realize that, you know what? I'm not really missing anything. And I've always said, it's better to know that you're not going to get the phone call than wait around for the fucking phone to ring and, be looking at the phone every 2 seconds. I think you made the right decision. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Got to go off on a tangent. Mel, I feel like my space is being invaded with my niece living here with me. I love her, but my mother is already a handful. Do you see her remaining here with me? Do you see her remaining here with me a little while longer or returning to her mom. Okay, let's see. Will my niece be staying with me for a while more? Will she be returning to her mom soon? I'm going to say she could probably go home sometime in the month of March. Not too much longer, I don't think. Libra general for the week. Life is starting to move forward. You could be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. It should be a very busy week. It should fly by. Lay down the law, set up boundaries with anyone that you feel needs it. You could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and you could have a new beginning around business. Don, how will court go for me? Court should go well. Whatever it is, you got some good luck on your side. You're feeling focused. You're feeling grounded and stable, and you're feeling well respected. Sale, will I get into any of the top 5 IIT in 2022? Okay, let's see. Yeah, 70% chance, yes, you will. I think you could make it happen. Cece, when will Em and I hang out? Could be late March. Charlene, general. Oh, you're welcome, Don. Thank you. Charlene, you got some new people coming in. You got a Capricorn, you have a Leo. It also looks like you could be paying off a bill of debt or a loan that makes you feel relieved. You could be planning a trip. You could be taking a road trip. You could also be planning a trip to water, by water, or around water. Maybe not right now, but the trip, you could be planning it for the summer or for the fall or whatever it is. Life changes for the better for you quickly. You got a little bit of money coming in, and you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. The world is at your feet. Okay, I think the last person here is Zara. Is Sophia the coworker who resents me? I don't see her resenting you. No, she seems to think pretty highly of you. Is that it? Is there anybody here I haven't answered for? Oh, you're welcome. That's it. I think I got to everyone. Alrighty. Then I will wrap it up for tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow at some point. I don't know what time, but I'll be on. I'll be around. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all very much for being here tonight. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.